It's Friday night and we are in Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Smackdown Live. And we are kicking off this week's episode of Smackdown Live with the Kings, or should I say King, Cassius Ohno, one half of the Smackdown Tag Team Champions and the Kings of Wrestling. And it was 2 weeks ago where Cassius Ohno was supposed to go one-on-one with John Cena. That never happened, and it was Cesaro that took the place of Ohno, and John Cena would be victorious. So let's hear from the knockout artist. The challenge has been issued by Cassius Ohno. The Kings of Wrestling will defend the SmackDown Tag Team Championship at WrestleMania against John Cena, but who will be his partner? Welcome back to Smackdown Live, and will Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho get their wish to face Finn Balor and Jeff Hardy next week? We'll have to wait and find out.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Osaka, Japan, Asuka!
But right here, right now, the Empress of Tomorrow is set for singles action, going one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. Baszler wanted competition, and tonight she's got it. Asuka, who defeated Kairi Sane 2 weeks ago in a Match of the Year candidate, faces the Queen of Spades tonight. It's Asuka versus Shayna Baszler in our opening contest this week on SmackDown. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel with the notification bell turned on so you stay up to date with all things Universe Mode. And get involved in the chat and in the comment section as we are on the road to WrestleMania. And speaking of WrestleMania, Shayna Baszler has booked her place in the Women's Championship match against Charlotte, where the Queen of Spades looks to become the queen of the women's division.
And her opponent, from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler has forced her way into the women's championship picture after taking away the #1 contendership from Becky Lynch at Fastlane. And to add insult to injury, now Becky Lynch on the sidelines, courtesy of the Queen of Spades. I'm sure somewhere, the Queen of the women's division, Charlotte Flair, will be watching this one. But Shayna Baszler won't have it all her own way tonight. Last week, she defeated Dana Brooke. She called for more competition. By God, has she got it with the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. Can Asuka dent the confidence of Shayna Baszler on the road to WrestleMania? The referee signals for the bell to get our opening contest underway. And they don't come much tougher than this. Asuka and Shayna Baszler. Asuka sent off the ropes. Baszler with a spear takedown, went for the kick to the back. Asuka got out the way, turns around and kicks the leg away of Baszler. Does Asuka. Repeated kicks to the chest and one right across the chops. Stiff knee by Asuka, forcing back the Queen of Spades. And dumped face first into the corner. Asuka again with those educated feet. Repeated kicks, but Baszler with kicks of her own. Asuka sidesteps the lockup from Baszler. Oh, a pin! One! Oh, just the one count, and these two women stare each other down. Baszler on the attack. Sends Asuka off the ropes. Went for the takedown. Asuka aware of it this time. Locks the arm up of Shayna Baszler. And a stiff elbow to the back of the arm. Oh, and a stiff shot to the jaw. Cleaned the clock of Baszler. And takes up Shayna Baszler. Uses the rope for leverage, the top rope. And this time it's Asuka who misses the kick. And Baszler drives the knee into the back of the head of the Empress. Baszler, of course, with that killer through the clutch. She used the guillotine last week to make Dana Brooke tap out, and Asuka has already fared better than Brooke thus far tonight. Oh, but she might not after that. An aggressive, vicious stomp to the arm of Asuka. Asuka back up, but for how long? Stiff shot, forearm, repeated forearms from Baszler. Went there again. Asuka puts the brakes on and sends Baszler off the ropes, knee to the gut. And this time the kick to the back. Asuka was looking for the snap suplex, but Baszler floated over and dumps Asuka down again. A pin. One. Just the one count. Baszler trying to force the issue. She can't do that with Asuka. A couple of weeks ago, here on Smackdown, Asuka took on Kairi Sane. It was a hard-fought contest, a grueling match. But Asuka would have her hand raised in victory. And if Asuka could defeat Shayna Baszler tonight, regardless or not, if Baszler is going to WrestleMania, Asuka puts herself in contention to be in that championship fold. Asuka awaiting Baszler to turn round, and a drop kick. And Baszler rolls to the outside, forced out to the ring apron by the offense of Asuka, but bought herself enough time to take down Asuka. That was smart from Baszler. She knew she was in trouble. She rolled to the ring apron, bought herself some time, and then caught Asuka out and takes down Asuka. And look at the position that Asuka is in now. Baszler with the submission maneuver, and Asuka finds a way out and drags the leg away of Shayna Baszler. Back up to her feet, walks into another forearm. These two ladies throwing down here on Smackdown. Head first into the corner goes Asuka. Baszler kicks to the side of the Empress. And our official in the way of the corner, and Baszler could care less. Snaps back Asuka with a hip toss. And then taunts the fans here in Los Angeles. Feeling confident. But Asuka, oh, DDT! Maybe too confident. 1, 2, and Baszler kicks out at 2. But that would be a lesson to the Queen of Spades not to get too cocky. And Asuka wants up Baszler. Slow to get to her feet. Turns around now. Stunned is Shayna Baszler. And Asuka taunts Baszler. Baszler now comes forward. Oh! Drop kick from the second rope. Another pin. 1, 2. Oh, and Baszler with a shoulder just crept up from the mat. But Asuka is getting closer. Breaking down the Queen of Spades. And now a submission, a Dragon Sleeper. Dragon Sleeper in the middle of the ring. And Baszler so used to putting submissions on other superstars. This time having a taste of her own medicine. Baszler comes forward. Oh, went for the knee. Asuka out the way. And Asuka went to kick the knee away of Baszler. Baszler stopped her in her tracks. This action going quite a pace. Asuka. Oh! Could be all. Pin. 1, 2. Oh! So close for Asuka. She caught Baszler flush with that kick right on the jaw. But Baszler rolls through, drop toe hold. Nice escape from Shayna Baszler. And our Baszler with the guillotine. This made Dana Brooke tap out last week. Will it force the Empress to quit? Asuka writhing, trying to find a way out. The referee asking the question. Both of these ladies submission experts. And Asuka manages to get to her feet and breaks the hold of Shayna Baszler. Forearm from Asuka. Went for the kick again, blocked by Baszler. And Baszler! Goodness me. What a shot. But Asuka bounced back up. Where did this come from? The comeback is on. Ducks underneath. Corner again. And Asuka now wants up Shayna Baszler. Up to her feet is Baszler. Asuka sent her to the corner. Here she comes. Oh, missed it. And Baszler, snaps the arm. Jolted the arm of Asuka and went for the kick, but Asuka blocked it. Asuka spins through. Arm lock, arm bar. Trying to force Shayna Baszler to tap out. And if Asuka can apply the Asuka lock, it is just as dangerous as the Kirifuda clutch. Whoever locks their finishing submission maneuver first could prove to be the victor. But so far, both ladies have fought out of the clutches of one another. And that's Baszler with the kicks in the corner. Checks the arm of Asuka. And again, working the arm of the Empress. But the Empress still stands. Trying to force down Asuka is Baszler, but she will not go down. Oh, shot to the gut. As we get close to gut check time. A knee to the gut from Shayna Baszler. Takes the breath away of Asuka, sent to the corner. Here comes Baszler. This time she connects with that knee. And Asuka is out on her feet. And Baszler chops the leg away. And the crowd here in Los Angeles did not like that. They are behind Asuka. And Asuka responds. Kick to the stomach. A second. A third. And oh, caught. Shayna Baszler, wait a minute. Oh no. Oh. The women's champion Charlotte. Oh God. Clearly Charlotte Flair fed up of the attacks from Shayna Baszler. And Charlotte has had enough. Well, it seems in our opening contest that Asuka was caught in the crossfire in this rivalry between the WWE Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and the #1 contender who will meet her at WrestleMania, Shayna Baszler. The match being thrown out after Charlotte attacked not just Baszler, but overboiling and attacking Asuka too. But right now, an unscheduled appearance by the new World Order, the Outsiders, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and conspicuous by his absence, the World's Champion and leader of the new World Order, Drew McIntyre. I'm not sure what this is about, but the NWO do what they want, when they want. Mic in the hand of Kevin Nash. Rey Mysterio has heard enough of the new World Order, and Kevin Nash, the master of the 619, last week laid down the challenge to the world's champion Drew McIntyre to face him at WrestleMania. But Kevin Nash stating the little challenge, come on, little challenge. What sort of dig is that? But the challenge will not be accepted by Drew McIntyre, and instead it will be accepted by him. I'm not sure that was the result that Rey Mysterio was looking for, but Mysterio accepting this challenge from Nash. And he looks to go through the 7-foot Big Sexy. Mysterio with a drop kick to the knee. Nash with knee problems, and oh, Nash aware of that. 1, 2, oh. Kevin Nash aware that Mysterio was trying to target the knee from the offset. And Nash put down Rey Mysterio, and now driving the knee, and look at the size difference. I know Kevin Nash mocked Rey Mysterio for his size, but it is a huge size difference between these two superstars. And Scott Hall watches on the outside. The outsiders doing the dirty work for the world's champion once again, and Nash tackles down Rey Mysterio. Mysterio's going to have to use his speed and quickness to stay out of the clutches of the giant that is Kevin Nash. And now Mysterio with the kicks to the leg, but Nash grabs Mysterio by the mask and drives the elbows into the side of the face of Ray Ray. Oh, goodness, one. Just the one count, the elbow driven into the heart of Rey Mysterio, and Scott Hall likes what he's witnessing as Nash picks up Rey Mysterio, sends him to the corner. Here comes Nash. Oh, missed that one. And Mysterio, one. Oh. Kevin Nash kicks out at one. I've got a feeling that Mysterio is going to have to work to force an opportunity with the world's champion. This might just be the start as Kevin Nash drives the knee into the back of Rey Mysterio. The New World Order love to stack the odds against any challenger to the throne of the world's champion Drew McIntyre. Nash back up. Oh, again, had a huge shot, and that one rocked Mysterio in his boots. And oh, Mysterio ran into a forearm again, but Mysterio bounces back up to his feet. Insecurity, but doesn't put down the 7-foot Kevin Nash. Nash went for a forearm, missed it. Mysterio drop kick, and Nash still doesn't go down. Another Insecurity. What's it gonna take? And yes, this time Nash hits the mat. One. Just a one count. Rey Mysterio went to the second rope. Arm drag takedown. And Mysterio really is using that speed to his advantage. Staying a step ahead of Nash. Snaps the neck of the big man of the NWO, and oh no, Scott Hall getting involved. Well, should we really expect anything less? Hall providing a respite for Nash, but not for long. Mysterio still on the offense. We don't want this to end up being a 2-on-1 contest. This isn't a handicap match. It's already a David versus Goliath-like contest due to the size of these two athletes. Don't want the odds stacked up against Mysterio anymore with interference from Scott Hall. And I bet the world's champion is licking his lips now, enjoying what he sees, making Rey Mysterio pay for that challenge which was issued to the world's champion for WrestleMania. McIntyre does not have an opponent. Oh, and a rake to the eyes by Kevin Nash. Mysterio wants to be that opponent. And the outsiders looking to put a stop to that challenge right here on Smackdown. Went for another big shot, did Kevin Nash, and Mysterio with a kick. Makes Nash step back, snap suplex. Oh, come on! Referee, get some control. And again, Hall up on the apron. And Nash getting some valuable respite. And Nash now back up to his feet. Mysterio turns around and a big boot from Big Sexy. 1, 2. Oh, Mysterio, how did he kick out of that? He got caught right on the jaw. But this is what you have to contest with when you step up to the NWO. And Nash now locks up for the jackknife. Oh, no, no, Mysterio, 619. And Rey Mysterio drops the dime. This is all. Oh, come on. Scott Hall once again poking his nose, but Mysterio could care less. Heads up, splash from the top. 1, 2, 3, and even with interference, Rey Mysterio picks up the win. Rey Mysterio reversed the jackknife powerbomb into the 619. And even with Scott Hall's best efforts, it could not stop the splash and the win.
Here is your winner, Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio knocks off Kevin Nash of the New World Order. They're going to stack the odds against him, but Mysterio keeps coming for the World Champion. I have no idea what Bray Wyatt was talking about, but if you do, let me know in the chat or in the comment section. But right now, it is time for your main event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 290 pounds, the Animal, Batista.
The Animal, Batista, returns to action here tonight on Smackdown and is a part of your main event. And it is a monstrous one. Batista versus the monster among men, Braun Strowman. And let's not forget, at WrestleMania, it will be Evolution versus Braun Strowman. A tune-up for the match at WrestleMania. And for Batista, he will not want to lose and let down his Evolution teammates. But Braun Strowman is indeed the monster among men. And he is monstrously angry at the treatment that he's received from Evolution. And here comes the monster among men.
And his opponent, weighing in at 385 pounds, Braun Strowman.
The battle scar across the forehead of Strowman. He's taped and bandaged up after the attack from Evolution, and it all started at WWE Fastlane when Evolution ensured that Braun Strowman can never challenge Drew McIntyre for the World's Championship again. And the following week on SmackDown, the attacks continued, leaving Braun Strowman bloodied and battered in the middle of the SmackDown ring. And as we approach WrestleMania, where Evolution will face Strowman, Batista returns to action. Here we go. And the crowd here in Los Angeles showing great respect to Batista as these two stare down. Oh, and a boot to the midsection by the Animal to the Monster. Oh, And Batista missed that shot and Braun Strowman didn't. Trying to force back Batista. Which one will go down first? And Strowman kicks Batista in the gut. And it's not too many times you get to see a superstar overpower Batista, but you might just do so in this contest. But the Animal holding his own. Strowman puts the brakes on and launches Batista across the ring, and it is the Animal who is down, but not for long. But Strowman puts Batista back down. And we've seen week in, week out here on SmackDown Live how destructive Braun Strowman is. And if he can destroy Batista here on SmackDown, it would vote well going into that match at WrestleMania against all of Evolution. I'm sure though, Evolution think the same thing, that Batista could help the cause at WrestleMania. And that's not just by picking up a win and giving Strowman a loss, but softening up Strowman even more than they have done in recent weeks. As Batista picks up Strowman, immense strength by the Animal. You don't see that too often. You don't see Braun Strowman manhandled. But he is being manhandled by the Animal. Very different circumstances for both of these two men to be in a position where one can outmuscle the other. A pin by Batista, but only a 1 count. I'm sure the other members of Evolution, the Apex Predator, Randy Orton, who is the #1 contender for the World's Championship, I'm sure he's watching. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, I'm sure he's watching. And of course, the Cerebral Assassin, the Game, the King of Kings, Triple H. As Batista breaks free of the clutch of Braun Strowman, hits the ropes, and Batista showing no signs of ring rust in the early stages of this contest. Braun Strowman has caused so much chaos here on SmackDown, but he did prior on Monday Night Raw. And Triple H hasn't forgotten that history. He hasn't forgotten that Braun Strowman walked out on Team WWE, which subsequently cost him his job. Now Triple H is back, and he brought Evolution with him. And Batista again, immense strength, and he drops Strowman face first into the corner turnbuckle, and now proceeds to put the boot and the knees to the monster. And Strowman has to be suffering still from the attacks in recent weeks. First at Fastlane, then on SmackDown. Oh, but Batista, for the first time, showing signs that maneuvering Braun Strowman around the ring is not easy. His back gave away, but Batista bounces back with a big boot and a pin. 1, 2. Oh, great recovery from the Animal, whose back seemed to give way. Even the strongest of men had trouble with Braun Strowman. And Strowman now back in control. And Strowman looking to take up Batista. And Batista powers out the back. Held out this time. Who's going to win this one? Let me know in the chat and in the comments section. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Braun Strowman with the shoulder. And Batista complains, but it was a fair count. It was just a 2. Not enough to put Braun Strowman away. And Batista quickly on the move. Perched on the second rope. Crowd on their feet for the main event. Shoulder tackle. Wow. Double impact. Using the second rope for leverage. And Batista, well, he goes up again. And he waits. Poised. Up gets Strowman, and again, back down goes Braun Strowman. Batista scoops up. Can he hold him? Oh no! Running power slam. 1, 2, oh! Wow. Could you imagine the insult if Batista had put away Braun Strowman with his very own finishing maneuver and Batista says it's time. Oh, but Strowman has other things on his mind. Strowman is not out of it yet. Sends Batista off the ropes. Spine buster from the monster. Back and forth contest and Strowman takes up Batista and down. The animal. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Ric Flair. Oh, Strowman has seen Flair. No! Randy Orton. RKO! Wah-wah-wee-wah. Oh, no. The numbers game. Coming back to haunt Braun Strowman. Batista bomb. Both men down. Orton and Flair convoluting and oh no. 1, 2, 3. Batista beats Braun Strowman. First it was Ric Flair with the distraction, then Orton with the RKO, which set up Batista for the Batista bomb. And you see an exhausted Batista place his hand on Strowman for the 1, 2, 3. Batista wins and oh no, Ric Flair. Oh, Ric Flair, come on. I expect more from a legend. The figure 4 leg lock applied to an already beaten down Braun Strowman. This is disgusting. Evolution once again making sure that Braun Strowman is in no condition by the time he gets to WrestleMania. Braun Strowman falls and Evolution again stand tall.